everyone, it's Artsy Tashan here. Today I've collaborated with @WooStraws on Instagram to create this new monster that you'll see today. I'll explain more of how this collab worked and show WooStraws' version at the very end, but for now I hope you enjoy this video. We begin with this baby stage, Spark Eel. This is a small electric eel based monster that typically sticks to the sandy floors of shallow waters, producing a small electric shock when frightened, or when it needs to stun predators. It primarily hunts for small fish, using its electricity to disorient them before swallowing its prey whole and spitting up the remains it can't digest. It doesn't have too many common predators, as this monster tends to be very slippery, and its shock, although not very strong, is a good deterrent to anything trying to get its jaws around it. It is a very cautious monster, hiding whenever a shadow passes overhead and staying hidden when it isn't hunting. Overall, it's just a little guy without any parent monster to take care of it or teach it how to hunt or use its electricity properly. It is a wonder how it even got to the sandy shallows, but here is the final Spark Eel. And now we move on to its second stage, Kelpike. This monster wasn't named so much after its strong electric shock it uses to attack bigger fish, but instead for its tendency to roam kelp forests and its aggressive nature. This monster spends most of its days grazing high above the sea floor, using the spines and delicate pectoral webbing to sense shifts in the water, and its keen sense of smell to track the scent of its favorite prey, kelpit and reeflet. Kelpikes like to wait until they can sense the location of their prey within the kelp forest before darting through the kelp in a spiral pattern and hoping their jaws close on something tasty. This monster does rely more on its sense of smell and its ability to gauge water movement, as its eyesight has begun to decline. Without its eyesight, bigger monsters have a harder time scaring Kelpike away and have to rely on their own swim speed in order to escape this apex predator's jaws. Especially since this monster will not wait until it's hungry to eat and will instead attack anything close enough for it to sense. These aggressive behaviors naturally get Kelpike in a lot of trouble, many of them not surviving beyond this stage because they attack something too big for them to chew, or they simply get too far from their kelp home and get picked off by a bigger monster that can see it in the open. This sets things really well for its final stage, but for now, here is Kelpike. This final stage is a creature that shouldn't have survived. Every step of this evolution line so far has suggested that this final creature shouldn't be alive, and that is largely true. In the event that a Kelpike survives long enough to reach its ascended stage, Leviashock comes to be. Leviashock has lost most of its eyesight, but makes up for that in its sensitive fins and spines that give it constant information about what might be around. Its sheer size aside, continuing to live in a kelp forest would be too distracting, so instead it has migrated to much deeper waters, where its eyesight doesn't matter so much as its ability to avoid kraken-sized monsters that might be waiting in the darkness. Few monsters would dare attack Leviashock, as it has enough electricity power to stun a blue whale, sharp teeth to cut through any tough skin, and enormous jaws to crush bone and cartilage. When threatened, which isn't often, it will expend great amounts of energy to push out electricity from every spine and scale on its body. This easily stuns even the biggest terrors of the deep, more often than not allowing it to leave largely unscathed. Unlike its previous stage, Leviashock is mostly peaceful. It will move through the water with a frightening grace, and the small lights on its head producing a small amount of brightness that can attract modestly sized prey, allowing it to expend little energy on snapping its jaws around its food. Now, this giant beast remained largely unknown for many years, with few even knowing that it existed or came from Kelpike. The sea is a mystifying and scary place, and for many years no one even knew that this monster was waiting in the depths. The theme selection was ancient, and we wanted to take some inspiration from the fact that we humans know very little about our oceans. Around 80 to 90% of our own oceans remain unknown and unexplored. Anything could be waiting down there, beneath our waters. Here is the final Leviashock and the full lineup of these 3 monsters. I am very happy with how they turned out, and I hope you like them too. As promised, here is @WooStraw's take on these monsters. When WooStraws was finished sketching, I was given the sketch to go over digitally and add my own details, while he was finishing up his drawing on paper. This collab was super fun, and I'll probably do more in the future. I hope you like these 3, subscribe to my channel for more, and go follow WooStraws on Instagram to see more of his work. There's a playlist for the rest of Monster Roulette if you want to check that out. Last week I made a pair of monsters inspired by axolotls. Check it out!